Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at USAGlobalTV.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening here to USA Global TV and Radio, to the Mallorca connection. Thanks for joining us again here. My name is Roland-friedl. I'm the expert correspondent here in Europe. I'm the host of this Mallorca connection shows. I guess we did more than 100 shows in the 2.5 years, and I welcome you to the show, and also want to welcome you in the name of our founder, Dr. Jacalyn-Kerbeck. Today it's a very international show. You know, USA Global TV Radio is, as the name already says, based in the US. I'm broadcasting right now from my motorhome from Europe, from Austria, and I will have a special guest that I'll bring later on from Germany, but we do it in English, of course. So I welcome you. Yeah, when I speak about myself a little bit, I'm an entrepreneur, meaning an entrepreneur who gives a lot back to people. I was driving a business in consulting, meaning supporting big tech companies all over the globe in 3 different languages, facilitating high performance sales trainings, strategic accounting trainings, and leadership trainings, and CEO coachings, consultings. That's what I did for 2.5 decades. That's my website. It's available in English and German. And from my main website, roland-friedl, you can go to my business site, but also to the other sites. I am mentoring people who want to have the same lifestyle like myself, meaning people who want to combine work and traveling, since I'm doing since almost 30 years. And I'm also very engaged in the men's world, meaning supporting men to really get back into their masculinity. So if you want to check it out, my website, roland-friedl.com. Thanks for that. Yeah, today we have an amazing topic. It's about meeting people for business and pleasure. And we're going to talk about practical network. I feel very honored and pleased that a dear friend of mine will join the show, because for me, he's one of the masters of approaching people. Actually, I guess we met around 25 years ago, more or less. We've been in the same business for a while. His name is Barry Walker. He is from the UK, and he came actually to Germany in 1976 with the British Army, who served there for I got 3.5 years, and after serving for the British Army, he maintained his state in Germany. So he's always around 40 years here in Germany. I guess he had a short break where we met. He spent 12 years on the island of Mallorca, where I've been living for 14 years. And he's an amazing guy. He's an absolutely amazing guy. There's a lot of learn from him. So if possible, bring your notebook, bring a pen, and make your notes. It can be a game changer for your business and also for your private life. I start with 2 quotes of Barry. Barry is one of his quotes he sent me is, "It's not what you know, it's not who you know. It's more important to get the right context." Another statement I really love from him is, "Being at the right place at the right time is key, and striving to create opportunities by placing yourself in the right environment." So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Barry Walker.
Hey.
Hi, Barry.
Hi, Roland. How you doing?
I'm fine. Great to see you, man. Great to see you.
Great to see you, man. So we're going to make a change today and speak English.
Yeah. Sometimes
nice
we
to
speak
hear
German
you.
and English.
Nice to hear you.
Actually, it's a long time that we met. I remember this beautiful, in this bar in Mallorca where we've been working. So we had a great time on the island, I remember.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, good. Long time ago. That was a couple of years ago, actually. A couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. I'm getting gray. Longer beer.
And I'm in Germany. I'm getting cold. I can't wait to get back to Mallorca.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So for our U.S. Audience, America is a beautiful, beautiful island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Belongs to Spain. Beautiful spot, especially to live. More and more Americans are coming. Especially Michael Douglas spends a lot of time here because his first wife Diane is originally from Mallorca, so he's still coming with Zeta Jones. So you want to see Michael Douglas and Zeta Jones? Go to Santa Ponsa Golf Course. He is always out there. I had several lunches with him and with Zeta Jones. Okay, dear Barry, we're talking about networking, meaning connecting with people, approaching with people.
Yep.
And I know you have an amazing experience in that. Is it because your background was working in bars or a barkeeper? Or how did you learn? What was your key learning? Or how was your first step?
Yeah, behind the bar, exactly. Behind the bar. Because when you're behind the bar as the bartender, you're the master and they want something from you. So, when they're asking for a drink or you're asking them if they want a drink, I've done it hundreds of thousands of times working behind the bar, delivering drinks to the customer, and you're reading them all the time. Every customer you're reading, and over the years you develop a kind of a skill, what the people are thinking. Yeah. So it started off really with like, somebody has a drink or a couple of drinks, and you say, "Would you like another drink?" And if they don't answer, it means yes. Okay. If they definitely don't want, they'll say no, but I say, "Come on, one more." And they'll say yes. So it's always really yes. You can push somebody to make a decision what they don't want to make, maybe, So that's kind of reading people. And then it carried on from there, not being shy to talk to people anywhere you are, in the supermarket, at the petrol station. It doesn't mean trying to chat somebody up, like maybe you're at the petrol station paying for your gasoline, and a beautiful lady would walk past, or a guy, it doesn't matter, and they're smelling good. And I said, "Excuse me, what perfume are you wearing?" And they'd look at you and they'll answer you straight away. And you say, "Thank you," and just walk away. And they'll think, "Oh." And I could see them at the corner of my eye, they're looking back. You know what I mean? Because that's never happened to them before. And then you can carry on from there if you want.
Absolutely, Barry. So what, I'm also a networker. I love to approach people, love to connect with people, love caring and sharing. But from your perspective, what are some key lessons you want to share with our audience? What's just important to bring with to start to approach people?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Yeah. What are some key lessons you can give to our audience? What should they bring with before approaching people? Like, I don't know, should they be good listeners, elevated listeners? Should they be, I don't know, how about empathy and other important things? What is key to be to be attracted? So other people are attracted to you and want to really start a conversation or get into a conversation with you and get to know you.
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's like I said, not being shy to say something to a person. So you approach somebody, it doesn't matter where you are, and study the person for a few seconds and see if you can find anything on that person which is positive, not negative, positive. Yeah. It could be a nice tie, like I said before, the perfume. It could be a nice jacket, and just to give this person a compliment. It could be anything, just look at the person and make a compliment. "I like your tie." "Oh, I like your," I won't say watch, but I like your pen, or anything to start the conversation. And the second question would be, "Where are you from?" When you see that they're kind of okay, they're kind of open, "Where are you from?" Keep your mouth closed, let them answer you. They tell you where you're from, and then I'll say where I'm from. You say, "Well, I'm from London, but I live in Germany." And then that's where the conversation starts, if they want to, if you've done your job right.
Yeah. But what I hear from you, you started on a very starting with a compliment, and then starting very coming from some personal stuff. You never, you never get into with the door. By the way, this is your broadcast site.
Yeah, exactly.
On YouTube. Yeah, very interesting talks. A lot of fun there. So most people, I remember. I remember when I started playing golf, Barry, many years ago, about over 20 years, 30 years ago. 30 years ago, oh my gosh, I'm getting older. When I started playing golf, a lot of people came into golf because they said, "Okay, I can make business there." And their approach was always shaking hand. Hi, can I play with you? I'm selling insurances. Are you interested in? So this is this direct stuff. And that's not the best approach to start with the business itself, no?
Well, that's easy on the golf. On the golf, everyone introduces themselves, you know, and then maybe later on in the bar, that's easy. That's easy. But you know what I'm talking about: meeting random people on the streets, or you know, you're going out somewhere, you're in a bar talking to people. You always, especially in Germany, you always have to be the first person to talk because nobody ain't going to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be but you'll be waiting a long time. So you have to make the first step. Look for a compliment to make a compliment. Just make the compliment and shut up. See if anything comes back, and then you can carry on from there. Where you from? What do you do? Yeah, not being too nosy, not to be too nosy. Just, you know, slowly, bit by bit, you know.
Yeah. But
Well,
actually,
that's my experience.
you know, a lot of people are really scared to go out to meet people and make the first step. You know, most people are waiting and hoping that someone is starting a conversation, but it's normally not happening. But most people are so scared that they get rejected. So they fear that they get rejected. How did you overcome the fear of rejection?
Well, like I said, behind the bar, meeting people, meeting so many people. I worked for so many top companies in Germany. I worked for Siemens, E.ON, iPhone, and Apple. And for instance, with Siemens, the key account manager from America was there on the bar, and he used to come every day at 5 o'clock and have a cocktail. And I'm meeting all these top managers, and I'm the guy behind the bar. You know what I mean? Yeah. And by name, you know, by first name. Hey Barry, how you doing? Make me a martini, make me a caipirinha or whatever. And I'm making contact with these guys. They're giving me their business cards. So I just carried on from there to say, like, you know, I'm not lower than them. You know, I'm on the same level when I'm behind the bar because they kind of want something from me. And that's how I got my, you know, cheekiness to speak to people outside, you know, of the bar, going around on the streets, wherever I am. And I'm always practicing, always trying new ways to talk to people and not being shy. Of course, sometimes you're going to get somebody who's going to, you know, not answer you or look at you like you're an idiot, but I'm used to that now. I just swallow it and move on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, not approaching somebody is 100% no. Approaching somebody, it's at least a 50-50 chance that the other person is reacting and coming back to you.
Yeah, well, you know, the next one. Like our good old friend Jeffrey Burke would say, you know, speak to 10 people, 2, maybe 3 will say, you know, yes to you. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to offer them, you know. Yeah. And something happened to me many years ago when I met a lady. She was working for a watch company called Able, E-B-E-L.
Very famous one.
I said, you know, she said, maybe we can do something together. Maybe you can work for Able and make some cocktails, but you have to talk to this lady. Give her a ring. So I called the lady, and she was in Munich. And I said, hi, I call. Martina gave me your number, and I just want to introduce myself. I'm a professional barkeeper, blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, you'll have to come up and see us in the Able Villa in Munich. So I said, oh, well, I'm in Munich tomorrow. She said, oh, well, why don't you come up? I wasn't, you know, I wasn't in Munich tomorrow. I just said it. I'm in Munich tomorrow. So okay, I'll come and see you guys. So I went online, booked a flight, flew to Munich. And when I was there, I called them, had a meeting, and they booked me for 7 jewelry shops to make cocktails for their customers, for their clients, in 7 shops all around Germany. And I made so much money just because I, you know, made this step and flew to Munich on my cost to visit and have a meeting. It could have been, no, we don't need you, but at least you know, the best thing is, you know, 90% of success is turning up. That's what Woody Allen said. And it's happened to me so many times, you know.
Absolutely. As a friend of mine always says, having the courage, the heart, means anxiety and doing the first step, overcoming the society and doing the first step.
Exactly.
It's always about the first step. Always about the first step. I have a similar story like you, Barry. I remember when I was 20, my uncle, he gave me a product. He invented a product, but he had no idea about selling. So he got me the product for free. And I went to a huge chain or spa. They're all over Europe. You know, they have a supermarket. And I went to the head of purchase department, and I had an appointment with them. I was driving my car there hours and hours. I stopped in front of the company, and I was so freaking scared that I didn't enter. And I was sitting in my car, and I said, "Stupid guy, you drove all the time. You have an appointment, so go in." So I guess it took me 5 hours to get to get my boots together and get in. And I was 5 minutes late, and I made my business of my life with this guy because he helped me, and I was so honest to him that I was scared, and he really helped me. So as I said, sometimes really we have to make the first step. It's all about not waiting, as you said at the beginning. It's not waiting that something is happening to do this first step, and sometimes it's a no, sometimes it's a yes. But it's all about, at the end of the year, 51% have to be yes.
Exactly. One more thing, you know, when I've learned, it's very hard to learn. When you get them talking and they start to flow, you know, they're in the flow. They start talking about where they're from. People love talking about themselves. It's their best hobby, you know. And you just got to keep quiet. You got to zip the mouth and keep quiet and let them talk. Let them talk. When they're talking, you're winning. You're winning all the time. If you're talking, some people, they're not even listening to you because they're thinking of what I'm going to say. What am I going to say now when he's finished talking? So they're not even listening to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the best thing is just ask questions, keep your mouth closed, let them answer. When they finish talking, the next question, let them talk. Let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. And you're winning all the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As I always say, you know, when you talk, you just repeat what you already know. When you listen, you learn something new, especially from the
Roland. Exactly. Yes.
From the other person. And I also know from research, when I started with my facilitating my communication trainings, is that when you ask two persons to have a conversation together, this person who was speaking the most will say it was a good conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you said. Let the other person speak, and it's not about ourselves. It's just being on the right place, asking the right questions, and listen and listen and learn and listen and learn. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also, you have to have trust in yourself too. You know, you have to love yourself. I love myself. You know, you got to love yourself first before you can go out and talk to people. And it's like I remember when I first started off mixing cocktails, and I met a guy from Austria, and he kind of taught me all the, you know, what to do, how to do my price list and everything. And he told me what he used to take a day for his mixing cocktails for a company, and it was high ticket. You know, he was taking around about 800 euros a day. So he gave me his price list, and he said, "You can use my price list. You know, don't sell yourself too cheap. You have to know your worth." So literally, we were earning on the trade fair for a 7-day, 8-day trade fair, 700 to 800 euros a day. You know, and a guy came. I had a barkeeper coming to help me on the bar, and he was also he had his own cocktail service, and he said, "What do you take a day when you're working at the trade fair?" I said, "Yeah, about 800 euros, 900 euros." And he looked at me and he said, "You can't take that kind of money." And I looked at him and I said, "It's true, you can't." You see, because he didn't know his worth. You know, you can take what you want. It's your what is we say in German? Du bist deine Marke, deine brand. You're a brand. You're selling your brand. I'm selling Barry Walker, nothing else. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's an interesting topic. What you said also in the beginning is being on same level. I guess that's also, I'm okay, you're okay, being on the same level, because we're all human beings. It doesn't matter what position the other person has or whatever it is. We're all human beings. We want to communicate on the same level. That's one thing. And the other thing is what you saw is know your value. And what I do when I coach people who are self-employed is encourage them to sell high-price tickets, because most people think, I charge per hour, and then when you charge, for example, when you charge per hour, then you always compare you to other guys, or to a plumber, or maybe it's somebody who's fixing your car or something. I never charge per hour. I always charge for my services, the value I bring to somebody, and I guess that's very, very important. Absolutely, very. So what you said is when you're, let's say you're not standing behind the bar, you walk on the street, you're in a supermarket, or you're, let's say, we're on a party. I met most of the people I met on a party. When you're on a party, on an event, wherever, it's not only about how to talk to people, how to approach them. Listen, it's also about how you target first. Who's worth to target? Do we have any hints, any tips for this? Okay, there are a bunch of people who I'm going to target. Do you see in advance if somebody's open to speak or not? Somebody's interested?
Oh yeah. Well, number one, it starts at home. When you're home and you're in the shower, showering, cleaning yourself, getting groomed. Yeah, you're cleaning, your nails are looking good. You cream yourself. You put on your clothes, good clothes on, which fits the party. Not overdress or underdress. You know what I mean? You've got to know what kind of a party you're going to. So when you're there, don't forget, really, really important. I keep speaking German, yeah. What eau de cologne you take. Yeah. I have my special one I use. I have a couple I use, and everyone, you should know if it's a good one. Ask for advice. So when don't put too much on. So when you're at the party now and you're there, you're clean, you're ready to go, you're fresh. You make sure your mouth is smelling good, yeah. And then when you're then at the party, don't drink too much, maybe just 1 or 2 glasses, don't go crazy. And then you're scouting around, looking around, and you're looking to see if somebody is noticing you. Yeah. And that's kind of your way in. That's your target. Yeah. So when you then start to talk to someone, and make sure you're talking loud enough that the person next door can hear what you're saying. Yeah, because maybe he won't be your target customer later on. It could be the person next door. So make sure you're not whispering, but talking loud enough that the person next door, not next door, I mean, standing around, can hear what you're talking about. And that's how you kind of start a conversation with more people at the same time. Yeah. And later on, maybe someone will say to you, "Oh, I heard that you do this, this, and this." And they want maybe they want to know more about what you do. Here's my card, let's connect, And what I usually do with young people is I take out my mobile phone and I quickly open my Instagram page, the search bar, and I say, "Are you in Insta?" And young people always say yes. And I give them my phone. I don't say anything. I just give them my phone, and they know what to do.
Yeah.
They've literally given you all their information. It's easy to ask for an Insta as for somebody's telephone number or email address. Insta is it's cool, it's sexy, it's cool. Have you got Insta? More of the old generation, like us, not everybody has Instagram, yeah. Let alone TikTok, So maybe you can then just say, "Are you on WhatsApp?" That's like asking for the telephone number. And then you're in connection, yeah. And what I always do is a quick check. Just give them a quick call if it's WhatsApp to make sure their telephone rings and you've got a connection. Next day when you're home, it was nice meeting you. Let's talk up the next few days. You got a contact.
Absolutely. So that would be my follow-up question. How are you going with the follow-up? So how I have had a rule, especially when I met a girl. I said, okay, I wait 48 hours.
Okay.
48 to 72 hours, and then I call her, not earlier. What do you have a rule when you call somebody back? Maybe you want to meet a girl, or on the other way, somebody for business.
Well, she needs time because she's investigating, right? She's going on all your channels to check you out. She wants to know what you do, who you're going with, what business. She can find everything out with social media. It depends what you've put on your Instagram or on your feeds. Yeah. So they can check you out and see exactly. They're not going to tell you, but once when you do call them, they know so much about you. Okay. And they'll be still asking you questions, and you can't really tell them something else. So they've seen what you do, literally. Yeah. So that's kind of the approach there. Social media kind of very open.
Absolutely.
It's good for business, though. It's good for business. It's great for business.
Absolutely. It's all about caring and also being connected on a private channel, and then talk about business later. Yeah. Okay. So when you meet somebody, you have a good conversation on a party, on a venue, wherever you connect, Are you already starting to talk about a business on the venue?
Never, ever. They have to love you first. They have to fall in love with you first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on down the road, you go, meet them somewhere for coffee. Just meet for a coffee or coffee and cake or something, or maybe we'll meet with a group of people for dinner, and just keep being a nice person. Yeah. Just be a nice person, and then we'll just, offer you stuff, or they want to know stuff, or they want to buy stuff from you, just from you being a nice person. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're just trying to sell somebody something straight away. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. They're jumping back.
Absolutely. That's what's my experience, especially on LinkedIn. A lot of people approach me to connect with me, and then when I give them a yes, to connect on LinkedIn, in a few seconds later, maybe it's automated, I don't know, I get an offer for whatever product it is, and I'm
horrible.
Immediately. Yeah, absolutely. Horrible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before building up any relationship, trying to sell, and this is not working.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have the best. I've had the best teachers also. We have a friend together, Vim. You have some good friends who are in some business we done many years ago, and they're experts. You know what I mean? They never sell. They sell themselves. Just turning up, being a nice person, being honest, and the people can look through you these days. They can see if you're lying to them or trying to roll them over, and just being a nice person. Being effortless, smiling all the time.
Absolutely. When you talk about Wim or Jeff Ruperti, they connected with hundreds of thousands of people all over the globe the last years. And just by first of all approaching people on the right time, talk to them, and building up connection, relationship, and not about talking about business first. That's very important for the audience. Do you have what can you give to young people? Sometimes young people, fresh, so-called freshmen from, I don't know, from college, from university, and they want to start a business. And okay, I don't have the contacts, I don't have experience, I don't have a success story. How can I approach successful business people and learn from them, or at least do business with them? Could you have any tips for them?
I would go look for a job as a waiter somewhere as a young person. As a waiter or a barkeeper, as a waiter, waiting tables, or a barkeeper, look for a job somewhere and try and meet people, or just go to places and try and meet people. Go to the Steigenberger Hotel or the Marriott, just sit at the bar, have a drink, meet people, tell them what you do. Same technique again, sitting on the bar, having a drink, looking good, and meeting people this way. You could do it at work, or you can do it in your free time. Go to good places. Don't hang around the kebab shop around the corner, because you're not going to meet affluent people there. You've got to go places where people have money. End of the day, and mix with these people. You will also learn from them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, Bert. That's important what you said, because, we all have 24 hours, and we can invest our time really clever and go to good places or the bad places. And I have a new business partner. We bring in a high price ticket for couples, for rich couples, and we're talking about advertising. We're not going to advertise. What she's doing is, she's going for 4, 5, 6 days to luxury resorts where you pay $2,000, $3,000 per night for the room. She's spending a vacation there, and she says, I'm always coming back with 2, 3 clients, each spending $25,000, $30,000 on me.
Wow.
And that's her approach. So what I say is, if you want to target the right people, you have to go to the right places, not to McDonald's to sell a high price ticket. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
And this is what it is. We have to invest time and a little bit money. I mean, I remember when I was young, I had a mentor, and I always went to 5-star, 4-star, 5-star hotel. I mean, I couldn't afford a bottle of champagne, but I could afford a glass of wine. And sometimes I was sipping red wine, because red wine doesn't get cold, or it's not bad. Formula. I was sipping with my glass of red wine for an hour or two and made contacts, because it's possible. It's absolutely possible.
Yeah. I must tell you about a story when we met in Mallorca, also at the Anima Beach, not Anima, Calafalco Beach Club, where I was
Yeah,
working.
I had my penthouse on the very close to it. In the
Right,
beginning.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was, I was initially starting off there as a barkeeper, but the Chirinco, the little hut where we were mixing the drinks, was too small. And I was
Yeah.
like claustrophobia. It was terrible. I couldn't work there. It was very warm in summer, 30 degrees. So I said to the boss, listen, man, this is too small. I can't do this, you know. So he said, well, listen, why don't you just listen? I'm not here all the time. So why don't you just do my job, but be like a manager here? I said, okay, that's cool for me. So I worked out a strategy where you could to come to Calafalco, you could come down the stairs, as you know. Remember all these long stairs? Or you can
It's a
come with a
beautiful
car
thing.
at the back, or you can come with your boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if somebody would arrive with their boat, I would run to the edge of the beach, you know, and they would arrive. Our skipper would pick them up with a buy boat and bring them to the shore. And I'll be at the shore, and I said, this was my entry speech. Hello, my name is Barry Walker. Welcome to the island. And I even laughed myself. Welcome to the island. So if you need anything, just call me. Okay. Dinner starts at 12:30. We have evening dinner also. On the Thursday we have barbecue, and have a good day. So if you need anything, just call me. My name's Barry Walker. I repeated it again. So they went and sat down, or got a beach bed, and then when they would look around and go like this, I would be there. Say, yeah, how can I help you? I said, can we have a table for two for dinner? I said, sure. And girls, table, sorted them out. And when they would leave the beach, they would say, goodbye, Barry. Yeah. And a couple of days when they came back later, they would say, hello, Barry. And the other guys are working. They say, how do you know all these people? Because I approached them, I told them my name, if I could help you. And everyone knew Barry because I talked to the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
all about.
That must have been one of the best jobs in my life, believe me.
Absolutely. It's all about communication. It's all about communicating. And as you mentioned also in the beginning, Barry, it's all about practicing. I remember when I was in school, I was so shy. I got a red head, red ears when I had to stand up and say something. And now I love to be on stage. You know, I was on many conventions as a speaker, speaking in front of thousands of people. But it was a process. Yeah, like you said, also when you approach people, it's all about practicing. You can always think about it in theory, but you have to step out of the comfort zone and take your lesson and try it out and get feedback, what is working and what's not working, and do it next time different. And it's learning. Yeah, it's all about learning.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're coming to an end. What's your final tip when somebody wants to build up a huge network, a lot of people? I mean, as you said in the beginning, it's not about how many people you know. It's more important how many people do know you. You know.
Well, the quote was, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. But knowing people, you have to talk to people, you know. Yeah, who know you. Or, you know, when you're in a situation or you need some help, you know who to call. Yeah. Friends who can help you in different situations, you know. And that's, well, I wouldn't say it's a tip. It's a way of life, really. You know, people think some people know a lot. They studied a lot, but they don't know anyone, you know. And I'm always talking to people, making connections. And, you know, sometimes a few years later, someone will come back to you or write you, oh, do you remember we met here or here? And I'm thinking, oh, shit, where do I know this guy from? You know, because I've talked to so many people, obviously you forget a few, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So all I can say, it doesn't matter where somebody is in life. It's in our age, you know. I mean, I'm the same age as you. we ain't got time to waste. You know what I mean? So our time is limited. So we make when we go out, we make the right choices, where to go and who to talk to. We don't waste time anymore. But young people, maybe they can just be crazy, be a bit different from the norm. Just talk and talk and talk to anyone and everyone. And through this, you just learn. You'll be learning all the time, and the rest will come. The rest of it will come automatically, I'd say. Also, read good books. Also, at the same time, one of my favorite books from Dale Carnegie, "How to Make Friends, How to Influence People." Yeah, "How to Make Friends and Influence People." Dale Carnegie. And there's so many great books out there on this topic. There's so much stuff to read online. I'm always I've got books, loads of books all over the place. I'm always reading all the time. And you can never, stop learning. You could always be learning. And when you're out there talking to people, then the stuff that is in your brain starts to come out, and you say, "Oh, I said that good." "Oh, I said that good." Yeah. And it's also with my podcast. When I watch myself on my podcast, and I think, "Oh, you said that good." You're complimenting yourself also. You know what I mean? So it's reading, learning, talking to people, and when you're talking to people, you're learning stuff from them all the time, and they're learning stuff from you. It's a great thing. It's good. Connecting is good. So there's a lot of the young people, they don't even talk. They're scared. They're running around, and they're just minding their own business, and they're in their phone, and they don't talk to anyone. If you would say something to them, they would be,
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think, I better leave him alone. He's a bit, he's a bit scared. Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of social media. I do a lot. That's where the sugar is. And what I want to do, and I would also do is, it's most people forget what you said, but they never forget how they felt when they've been together with you, how they feel when you're
exactly. You can't forget that one. That is a good one. You got to say things that make them feel good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I got a thing about not a lot of people do this, but meeting someone for the first time. Maybe you can try this, people. I visited a friend in Düsseldorf once. She's working in a Möbelladen, in the furniture shop. And I came in, and she said, "Oh, hello, Barry. How you doing? May I introduce you to Doctor so and so?" She was an elderly lady, a very nice, fine lady. And I said, "Hey, how you doing? How are you? My name's Barry Walker." And then I said, "Can I give you a hug?" And she looked at me, and I hugged her, and she hugged me. And I said, "Thank you." And then we just carried on the conversation. That's a tricky one, but try it. It's fun. You got to smell good. You got to look good at the same time. Otherwise, no one's going to hug you. You got to love yourself.
People love to be hugged.
Yeah.
Barry, thank you so much. It was
thank
an
you.
honor and a pleasure. Thanks for your time. I'm very looking forward when we see in real life again. I come close to Düsseldorf, or actually I come to Düsseldorf in 2 weeks to my friend Detlef Bodefeld. Maybe we can meet him up with
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in Mallorca also in about 3 weeks, so we can, we'll meet up.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, here on USA Global TV and Radio. Don't forget to subscribe on USA Global TV and Radio on YouTube. Follow us. Give us a like. Write in a comment for how about you feel about this specific topic. And also see all my other colleagues who also facilitate amazing education content where you can really learn from it and benefit from it to improve yourself and to become a better version of yourself privately or in business. Thanks for joining us. Also, in the name of our founder, Dr. Jacalyn-Kerbeck, looking forward to see you soon, next week, same time, same procedure at the MALLORCA Connection. This is Roland. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
We face daily cyber risks, spending over 7 hours of screen time, including 4.5 hours on mobile phones. This convenience comes with significant dangers, with cybercrime costs predicted to exceed $10.5 trillion by 2025. In 2023 alone, seniors lost over $3.4 billion to cybercrime. Our goal is to make social engineering concepts of cybersecurity easier to understand. We work with business teams, senior living facilities, investment companies, and educational institutions, both individually and in groups. We offer real-life examples to help you recognize and prevent attacks, with sessions available both in person, in selected regions, and remotely. Schedule your training session, or to learn more, contact us today. Call us at 847-845-9360. Email us at info@cybersecurity-easy.com. Protect your team and family with cybersecurity-easy.com.
My name is Dr. Felix Kravitz, and I am the founder of cybersecurity-easy.com, LLC. We live in a world full of vulnerabilities and cyber risks. We spend almost 4.5 hours a day on our mobile phones. It's over 7 hours of screen time daily, when including computer use. We often forget that this convenience comes with risks. Published data predicts that the cost of cybercrime will exceed $10.5 trillion in 2025. These numbers encompass not only businesses, but also each one of us, including our children and our parents. In 2023, the FBI reported over $3.4 billion lost by seniors aged 60 and older. Cybersecurity-easy.com LLC's initiative is to massively support the community by providing cyber safety coaching and improving social engineering awareness. Our goal is to make social engineering concepts of cybersecurity easier to understand. We work with business teams, seniors, and educational institutions, both individually and in groups. We cover various topics, from phone phishing attacks to AI-generated voice cloning, robocalls, password protection, and more, using life examples. Talk to us today. Call us at 847-845-9360 or email us at info@cybersecurity-easy.com.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents our partner and sponsor, Mr. Philip Sykes and the British School of Excellence. Building confidence, changing lives. And now, proudly presenting the Polished Professional.
On a transformative journey with the British School of Excellence's comprehensive suite of masterclasses, crafted to elevate your professional and personal life. 8 outstanding modules will elevate you to the next level. Module 1, Exploring Life's Purpose, delves into the depths of self-discovery, guiding you to chart your unique path to fulfillment and success. Module 2, Mastering Professional Presence and Confidence. This masterclass is a deep dive into the art of self-assurance and commanding presence, which is essential for standing out in today's competitive landscape. Module 3, Learn the secrets of visual impact, how to curate a personal style that amplifies your professional brand. Module 4, Mastering Professional Etiquette and Communication Excellence, navigating the nuances of corporate interaction with grace and tact. Module 5, Elegance in Eloquence. We impart powerful techniques to captivate and persuade any audience with your oratory skills. Module 6, Unlock the potential of your emotional intelligence, EQ, and harness the ability to connect, empathize, and lead with emotional savvy. Module 7, Mastering DISC, building a gateway to understanding behavioral styles, fostering better personal and professional relationships. Module 8, Mastery in Dining Etiquette, building your confidence to perfect the subtleties of dining with finesse, enhancing your social savviness at any table. Step into the Polished Professional program where poise, elegance, and excellence aren't just taught, they're instilled for life. Join us to redefine your potential and polish your professional edge.
To learn more, go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. The British School of Excellence are investors in people. Let us invest in you.